Alright, yo, what's up, guys? So it's been a minute since I've uploaded. I know it's been like almost a week or like a week. I'm not sure, but this one's a little bit different. I'm actually talking about unobtainable builds that you can't get anymore. So I only thought of builds that actually came to mind. So if you guys know any other builds that I did not mention in this video that are also unobtainable and you guys want them to be in part 2, comment them below and I'll like heart or pin all of the good ones. I'll make sure to reply to as many comments as I can. If you guys saw my other videos, I do reply to a lot of comments and I read as much as I can. So make sure to comment below and I'll get to it. So as for that, enjoy the video and thanks for watching. Alright, yo, what's good, guys? Alright, let's start off with the very first one, and we're talking about Hero Blades with Silent Heart. So essentially, the way that people actually got this was bugging it. I'm not sure what the bug was, but I do know that it has been patched. It was like at a certain point of the game where I basically quit and took a break. So, I don't really know what happened during that time period, but I do know that these builds exist, but they are super old. So the thing about these builds is basically what happened is people bugged Silent Heart, so they would still have none of the mantras, but they could go Hero Blade and they could get some of the talents. Alright guys, so Silent Heart Hero Blade builds. By the way, I muted the sound of this, so you guys are hearing the audio from my clip in the background, so just don't mind that. But basically, the combos with this shit is insanely nasty. This build even has a true combo because once you get Meteor Slam, then you can do the uppercut, and I don't think they can really do anything about that. So Silent Heart Hero Blade builds are nasty, like especially with Ice Hero Blade. Like imagine having Silent Heart so you can play super aggressive and get all your dread stack stuff while being able to stall with the Ice Hero Blade. So it's like super nasty, guys. So I'm really happy that honestly these builds aren't obtainable because I could already see the Chime drones running around with these playing like sped spread. But anyways, let's move on to the next. Alright, Mantra Passdown bug, guys. So I know definitely some of the OGs definitely remember this. But like at a certain point of the game, I don't know if it was V2 or not, I'm pretty sure it was. But basically you were able to pass down mantras like Flame Wisp, like any mantra, but people mainly did it with Flame Wisp and Rising Shadow. So basically, just about everybody had a Flame Wisp build, everybody had Rising Shadow, and it was really annoying. But it wasn't that bad, to be honest, because not a lot of people know about it, but a lot of the top comp players definitely abuse this a lot. And nowadays though, a lot of these builds are not as good, so you obviously wouldn't even have to worry about it anymore. And the bug did shortly get patched, but I'm pretty sure it did take them a long time to patch it, surprisingly, despite how game breaking it is. But it just be like that sometimes. Like, yeah, pretty much, this bug happened a long time ago, so these builds are basically unobtainable. I heard there was another one recently, not even recently, like when I came back to DEEPWOKEN, so like a few months ago, but I'm not sure if that's been leaked to everybody or if that even still exists. But yeah, any builds that you do see with like this bug or like no stat investment into something and they have like what's it called, like mantras of it, the builds are super old and they're probably not that good anymore, making this bug not really that bad in the modern day DEEPWOKEN meta, if that makes sense. All right, let's move on to the next unobtainable build. Pre-Shrine Nerf builds, guys. Alright, so this was basically before Shrine of Order got nerfed. Shrine of Order has been nerfed a couple of times. Like, before it got nerfed, Shrine of Order would basically let you get every single talent in the game. And you could even get ults before shrining. A lot of that has been nerfed, and now you even get a flop for it. But this build was made back when Shrine of Order was, like, it was still nerfed, but it only had one nerf. So this build isn't, like, a complete Shrine of Order pre-nerf build. But it's still unobtainable, and basically what I have on this build is Brick Wall. I don't actually completely remember, but I also have level 5 strong left, and I can still have like 90 medium on this build, so it's a pretty crazy build. Stat wise, I think I just pretty much just went into fortitude and willpower and agility, which is what was meta at the time. Nowadays the meta has shifted, like intelligence and charisma are both really good, and I'm pretty sure if I made this build back then and I knew about this, I would be able to get basically every single talent in the game, and I think still Brick Wall, honestly. I don't really remember how Shrine worked back then, but it was really busted. Like, you could basically get every single talent in DEEPWOKEN, like all the good ones basically. So yeah, TLDR, Shrine of Order really busted, and it rightfully got nerfed because builds back then, honestly, it wasn't really hard to make a busted build. Nowadays, meta has shifted, so a lot of these builds have fallen off. But if people knew about today's meta and they made these builds, like, they would still be super busted. But besides for that, let's move on to the final unobtainable build of the video. And also, I hope you guys are enjoying so far. Make sure to like and subscribe. Alright, but yeah, let's move on to the next unobtainable build. There's not much else to say about this one, honestly. It's pretty self-explanatory as to why these builds were pretty busted. So, yeah. Alright, unobtainable enchants. Obviously, I don't really have any clips of these, but as you guys can see on the screen, there's a ton of unobtainable enchants, and I'm just going to be going over a couple of them. So let's start off with the one that you guys just saw, which is the Curse of Zarif or whatever. And basically what this enchant actually does is you can temporarily steal the enchant of the person you're fighting. There's an unknown curse effect for this, but it got, I'm pretty sure it got removed from the game. It was confirmed by Yaya Pino. I'm not sure how the person in the screenshot actually got it. It might be edited. They might have been, yeah, I think the image is just edited. So I'm not sure what the actual effect of the enchant was, but I'm pretty sure it was like supposed to be in the game. It just never was. So yeah, this is one of the many unobtainable DEEPWOKEN enchants. Let's move on to the next one actually. Tainted Sorrow, guys. So this is the unobtainable DEEPWOKEN enchant that was actually in the game, and some people do actually still have this enchant actually, but it's basically been disabled. So if you pop this enchant or like you have a weapon with it, it's not going to show any effect, but it will say that it has Tainted Sorrow on it. This enchant used to be in the game, but it was pretty busted, and back then enchants weren't really as easily accessible as they are right now. Like Lapsless didn't exist, Layer 2 didn't exist, and the game was in its like early stages, so this is like super old. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you guys didn't even know what this was, but Tainted Sorrow was a pretty big thing back then. And I remember some mod guilds were actually ganking with this enchant in the depths, or somebody, I'm not sure if they were a mod, but it was pretty viral back then, and a lot of people in the DEEPWOKEN community were going crazy about it. It did get removed from the game because I'm pretty sure it was super overpowered or something. I don't actually remember the specific reason. It was probably that, but low-key, it did not seem that bad. Essentially what you got with this enchant was your crit turned into the Enforcer pull, which isn't that overpowered considering Enforcer pull is a mantra right now. So yeah. That's pretty much it for unobtainable enchants. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe. And that's it. Goodbye.